Hey, you're watching The Sit Down. I'm DJ Sixsmith. Look who it is. Tiffany Haddish. Kids Say the Darndest Things, coming to CBS. Tiffany, really nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. How you doing today?
I'm good. Yeah, all things considered, it's a crazy time, but it's nice to be talking to you. It's nice to be talking about kids saying funny things. I think we need a little bit of that in our world today, right?
Yeah, we need all the funny we can get because the world it's a situation out here.
That is for sure. And people are obviously familiar with this show. It's been on for decades, and you've hosted it previously for another network. So what's the experience been like so far, and what can people expect when they check it out on CBS?
Well, the experience has been really good. I don't know if it's because of COVID or whatever, but these kids is super smart. I don't know. It's because they get homeschooling or because they have access to phones or they don't know what an encyclopedia is, but they are 5 times more advanced than I ever was at the ages they are, plus then some. Some of them are smarter than me, let's be honest. Really should be, are you smarter than any of these kids? No, I'm not. But they're really funny. The kids, people are, Tiffany, you're so funny, you're so funny. This show is not about me at all. It's about these kids. It's giving them a platform to, I like to share the platform and I like to hear where they're coming from and their point of view on the world and how they feel about things. And, I think it's really important for us to listen to our children, to listen to what they see, what they are hearing. So we know how to gauge where we are in society. And they're hilarious, insightful, and a little bit too grown. I think my mom would say a little bit too grown.
Can you give me an example of these kids being a little bit too grown?
So on the day that I found out about my Grammy, those young ladies that I was interviewing, they both wanted to be president of the United States. And one of them, she says, I asked her what kind of husband does she want? Do he got to be fine? She said, nope, he don't got to be fine, but he got to have a job. I got to like being around him and he got to know how to serve me in bed. I said, what? He got to know how to what? She said, serve me in bed. I said, oh, I had to walk away. I had to walk away for a second. I came back. I said, now he's serving you in bed. She said, well, let me make it clear because you obviously don't understand. When I say serve me in bed, I'm talking about breakfast. I was like, whew, okay.
Let's take a deep sigh of relief there.
Okay. Because I'm right there with you, girlfriend. But both ways.
Yeah, I knew on that one. Yeah, certainly an important thing. You mentioned the fact that you found out about the Grammy on set, and I saw the video. It was unbelievable. And realizing the magnitude of that moment, to be the first Black woman since Whoopi Goldberg, who's somebody you've looked up to, just how incredible was that moment when you think about it now?
It was huge and amazing. And to be able to share with those young ladies was, to me, tremendous, because I'm sure like there's a part of me that wants to believe it was so powerful and magical that they'll never forget it. But then there's this other part of me that's like, I freaking won, man.
I mean, it's the coolest thing.
And it was great to share that with them.
Where's the Grammy right now?
I don't know. It's not at my house.
No?
Well, I've offered to go pick it up from the Grammy office because I know where they are. They told me that I have to wait for a delivery. It's been over a month. I still have yet to receive it.
And how do you deliver a Grammy too? Like, do you put extra fragile on there? Is this FedEx? Is this UPS? Like that? What is the deal here?
There's no tracking number. You know what they told me? Let me tell you what they told me. I don't like to be the type of person that complain, but the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I'm not complaining. I'm just stating facts. Okay. My publicist said, they'll send it to you. I said, oh, can I just go pick it up? She said, no, they said they'll send it to you. I said, okay. So after a week and a half, I said, can you give them a call? Let me know when they sending it, like find out what day is coming so I can make sure somebody's here. I'm here to receive it. And she said, yeah, they said it's going to take about 2 weeks because they have to get the plaque made and get it engraved and everything. I said, plaque? Thought it was a trophy. So you know the little thing that goes around the trophy, they have to get it engraved. So that should take about another week to 2 weeks. I said, okay. But when Beyonce won hers, she left the venue with the trophy, right?
Yeah.
With all the trophies, right? She goes, yeah. So okay. So is my trophy still at the venue? Just I go pick it up.
Let Tiffany go pick it up. That's all she wants.
I go pick it up. And then where the category that I was in, they didn't even announce that on the main show, right? That's on a pre-show. And they didn't even have, I don't believe they even let people come to that one. Okay. So is there 70 other people, 69 other people waiting for their trophy too?
Could very well be true.
And if there is, well then fine.
If it's just you though, then we got a problem. I mean, in any other normal circumstance, if it wasn't COVID, you just go right there and get it. I mean, there's no problem.
And go pick it up. No, because that's not true. Because when I won my People's Choice Award, okay, and it was COVID, in the mail too? They sent it in the mail, and it showed up in a week. Okay, when I won my NAACP award, I wasn't able to be there, but guess what was here when I came home a week later? My trophy.
So Grammys are slacking. Let's hope it didn't get lost in the mail.
Let's hope it didn't get lost in the mail.
Well, you got the win. That's the biggest thing. The comedy album was great, right?
That's what matters, right? That's what matters.
But you'd like to have the hardware. Let's just be honest.
No, well, I would like to have the check. I don't even know if the win come with a check, but if there's is there a check? Does my price go up?
Let's just say yes across the board to that.
I have no idea. But I know that Kids Say the Darndest Things just got nominated for an MTV Movie and TV Award.
There you go.
And then I got nominated as the host for Kids Say the Darndest Things for the MTV Movie and TV Awards. And that right there, that's an honor. And I know that award will show up within a week. I won one last time and it showed up. It was like right there. Yes.
Well, you're clearly rolling right now with all the different things. I know you have a new movie coming out here today with Billy Crystal. What was the coolest part of that experience?
The coolest part was being able to tap into Billy Crystal's mind and see how that works. And just learning so much from him and Alan, who wrote it. I just felt like I was in like the best, most fun college course on how to be an awesome entertainer. And how to play certain. Did you get to see it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. No, I'm really excited to check it out.
It's really funny. To me, it's really funny in some parts, and in some parts, it's like snatches your heart and goes boom boom. Like it snatches your heart. That's what Chelsea's like. Give me back my heart. Oh, it's so beautiful, and he taught me so much about how to be more simple and just be comfortable with just being. I love it. I love that man. I loved everything I learned from him. The crew was super cool too. It was a great experience.
I think you've been super fortunate to have all these great experiences. I think about this movie. I think about Madam C.J. Walker, right? That was another great show. You're hanging out with Octavia Spencer. You're doing your thing. When you think about that show, what pops to mind right now?
Well, I think about how much fun it was to hear Octavia talking about those girdles we had to wear. Those corsets. We had to wear these corsets and it was hot and it was uncomfortable. And then how she would be like talking about it and then just snap into character. And I'll be like, who is this? That was Octavia Spencer 1 second ago. Now she's CJ Walker. Like she's Madame. It was the funnest to watch. And then I was like trying to emulate that. Like, okay, can I just snap into it? No, I gotta warm up. I gotta melt into it. I like, okay, my trailer. I got to start thinking I'm Lilia. and did the like old cars that we were in and all the different props and stuff that we had. And like those hot combs from the early 1900s. I was like, whoa, like so much history. And it was edifying to my soul. It was great.
That's really awesome. I think it's interesting about your career because, Girls Trip obviously puts you on a different platform, but you've been doing this thing for a minute, right? Doing the comedy thing, you're doing all these different parts. Were you just like, yo, I've been doing this thing. I've been here. Why are you just recognizing that? How did that all go down for you when you think about it now?
Well, everybody was like, Tiffany Haddish stealing the show. She stole this movie. She's stealing people's hearts. She's stealing. I'm like, I'm not trying to steal nothing. And she just showed up out of nowhere. And I'm like, I've been here. Like, I've been right here. I haven't changed at all, except for maybe my hair color right now. But other than that, I've always just been me. And always, I guess I have changed in certain ways where I'm learning more and evolving in becoming, I would say, a better performer. I'm not the best. People are like, oh, you're the funniest person on earth. No, I'm not. There are so many more funnier people. And if you don't believe me, let me show you. Like, that's why I started Day Ready. And like, I remember from the beginnings of my career, I was always on some, like, if I get to here, I'm going to bring people here with me. Like, I'm here, I'm going to bring you right here with me. And if I get here, I'm going to try to bring you guys up here with me. And that's exactly what I've been doing, but it's so funny when people are like, she stole it. She's out of nowhere. No, I'm not out of nowhere. And I have a lot of friends in this business, and I'm going to show you because they're not out of nowhere either. We've been doing this 20 years, 20 plus. I started in 1997. So that's just a testament to not giving up, not believing on the naysayers, and doing always what you love. And that's what I do. I always do what I love. And I love, like kids say the darndest things. I love talking to kids. That's like one of my favorite things to do. It's like the only time I don't cuss is when I'm actually talking to kids.
You're like, I really have to rein it back here so I don't curse.
Well, yeah, it's so funny, but I don't know what it is in my brain, but like as soon as I see a kid, it like click and I just no more cussing. And it's more me listening and like playing and enjoying. They're like the purest spirits and out of all human beings, the most honest, also the worst liars. And when they lie, it is hilarious. They lying. And that's what I love about them. That's what I love about them.
So you just mentioned the fact you've been doing this thing for a long time. You've overcome so many different challenges. What are you most proud of in terms of what you've built? Because there are rough times, then there's the BS that comes with celebrity, then there's just, trying to grow in this business. When you put it all in perspective, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of what I've been able to do for my family and with my family. And I wish I could spend more time with my family, but then at the same time, not that much. I love my family very much. And I think I'm most proud of like getting my mom out of the mental institution, redoing my grandmother's house, those things, those like real life things. And seeing my mom get better and like seeing my sisters do well and my brothers do well. Like, I'm most proud of that. Like the career is great. My favorite thing that I've ever worked on is Girls Trip. That was the most fun I've had. And then working with the kids on Kids Say the Darndest Things is super fun. But it's not an easy job because there's an earwig in my ear. So then there's producers telling me like, oh, ask this question, ask that question. Can you say this? Can you say that? And then there's my brain that's like, no, I want to ask this and I want to see that. And I want to hear the rest of their statement. I'm not about to cut them off. And then there's a kid that I'm like, that's talking and I'm like, yeah, more. Oh, what else? And what else? Like, so it's like a little multiple personality kind of thing going on. But once I like zoom in and I do usually within the first like 2 minutes or 1 minute, really like able to lock in with the kid. And that is to me, God's creation right there. So, and I enjoy them so much. And then when I think about it, I've worked with kids pretty much like my whole life. Like I did all those bar mitzvahs for years. Then I worked at a youth center for years. Like I get it in. Did the dog walk by? We'll walk by.
Yeah, my dog is ready to go outside, so I think that's my cue there. Tiffany, really nice to meet you. Thanks so much for hanging out, and we'll talk to you down the road, all right?
All right, talk to you later too. That was so funny. You're like,